So, we are in the final moments before the complete redemption. Imagine Moses coming to you and saying, guys, the Mashiach are leaving the world that you know. You know, what is the world? It is nothing but your perception of reality. There are people that are living in Amazon jungles that they never saw a cell phone, they never saw electricity. As we speak this very moment, their entire perception of reality are the birds and the alligators and whatever their faith system is. They do not know of anything outside of that. I was watching a YouTube TED Talk, this lady, she escaped from North Korea. It was unbelievable. She said, what I learned is that you only know what you're educated. Their entire education system, she said, it was a George Orwell 1984. Everything was exactly what the government told them. They had no idea of any information but what the government told them. And that's not even lack of knowledge. That is knowledge. And we are the same because our brains perceive reality and we can only perceive what we're told. Except that in every generation God sends a Rebbe, a Moses, as it says in the Torah. I will send a Moses like me, and this person can see for 1,000 years ahead. The Rebbe saw the coming of the Mashiach. When King David writes about the coming of the Mashiach, we're going to sing Psalms. Halu Hashem kol hagoyim, praise God all the nations. Ki gover leinu chasdei, for His kindness was upon us. He saw it. Quantum physics tells us what happens in the future happened already. Kabbalah tells us also, in the first moment that God wanted to create the universe and us, everything that would ever happen was created. And so the Lubavitcher Rebbe has told us emphatically, as a prophecy, which means he saw it, that the Mashiach is going to be here. And he clearly quoted the prophecy, the year the Mashiach will come, a Persian king will hit an Arab king, and he won't know what to do. He'll go to the West, and the West won't know what to do either, which happened literally in Elul. It happened right before Rosh Hashanah. So I'm guaranteeing you this Beis HaMikdash, the Beis HaMikdash that's built in the sky, will be here this Passover. We're going to be in the Holy Temple. And so what's our mission now? So I asked Rabbi Groner, who's a great rabbi, a scholar in South Africa, and he says the Rebbe was advocating that we should live as if Mashiach is here now. What does it mean to be free? This lady she escaped North Korea. She says, what is freedom? She says, we didn't know we weren't free. If you think your reality is freedom, then you may be a slave, but you don't know that you're a slave. She says, if you already know that you're isolated, you already are free because you know you have a problem. So, freedom is to be able to live beyond constraints. Doesn't mean to be a wild beast. It means to know that God loves you and that God has no limitations. And exactly what it says in the Torah. If you listen to me, then everything will be good. There will be blessings everywhere. And that's literally the life that I try to lead, is just to listen. Now, as soon as you're successful, the ego says more. The ego has one desire, more. So that's the thing. I have a friend, Yuri Cohn, he's a great chazan. So he said, and he really has a tremendous voice, a lot of practice and training. He says, my job is to keep it simple. In other words, you can be so sophisticated, you can know so much. Actually, sometimes the job is just keep it simple. Just do what you're told. A soldier's job is keep it simple. Just do what you're told. That's how you make the world a better place. That's how you get God's blessings. I asked Rabbi Simon Jacobson, who actually worked on a lot of the Rebbe's teachings, what was the Rebbe advocating? A lot of people don't know the last couple of years. It was great, great teachings, very holy stuff. And he said a very similar thing. The Rebbe was advocating a consciousness shift. Shift your consciousness out of being a servant of the world to being a servant of God for the world.